The real question isn't who is the CEO. Have you ever walked into a meeting and spent the entire time talking only to the CEO? That could be one of the biggest mistakes in business. When I negotiated with global customers, distributors, investors, or manufacturers, they almost never came alone. There would be the CEO, the sales manager, the product development manager, the marketing manager, sometimes PR, sometimes quality control. Each person had a different responsibility, and every one of them could influence whether the deal moved forward. One habit I developed very early became incredibly valuable. As soon as everyone exchanged business cards, I never put them in my bag. I laid every card neatly on a table, exactly matching each person where they were sitting, left to right, just like the seating chart. Not because I couldn't remember their names, but because I wanted every single person to feel acknowledged. Instead of saying, "Excuse me," I would say, "Angela, early you mentioned the packaging requirements, blah, 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 blah." Or, "Paul, how would those payment terms work on your side?" Or, "Richard, would that delivery schedule be realistic?" Something interesting happened. The atmosphere changed. People naturally become more engaged when you remember their names. But I wasn't just learning names, I was learning influence. Sometimes the CEO loved our proposal, but I noticed the logistics manager quietly frowning. Sometimes the purchasing manager asked one question and suddenly everyone became quiet. That's when I realized the person with the highest title isn't always the person making the decision. Many inexperienced negotiators think they're negotiating with one person. They're not. They're negotiating with an organization. The real question isn't who is the CEO. The real question is who can stop this deal. Because one concerned department head can delay a project for weeks. Business isn't about impressing the most important person in the room. It's about understanding how decisions actually gets made. The smartest negotiators don't just read people, they read organizations. Tomorrow, I'll tell you how one simple question saves us weeks of unnecessary emails and delayed decisions.